If your J-1 visa is subject to the 212E two-year home residency requirement, a J-1 waiver might be your way to stay in the United States. But here's the thing. There are 5 different types of J-1 waivers, and most teachers only know about 1 or 2 of them. In this video, I'm going to break down all 5 waiver types clearly, honestly, and specifically for teachers, so you can figure out which one, if any, applies to your situation. My name is Gemma from Teach USA. Let's get into it. First, what exactly is a J-1 waiver, and do you even need one? If your J-1 visa is subject to 212E, the 2-year home residency requirement, a waiver allows you to bypass that requirement and stay in the United States legally. Without a waiver, you must return to your home country for 2 years before you can apply for an H-1B visa or a green card. Now, before anything else, I need to give you a critical warning. Many teachers sign an agreement with their J-1 sponsor that prohibits them from applying for a waiver during their program period. Violating this can result in non-renewal of your contract, termination of your visa, or future ineligibility, so check your sponsor agreement first before doing anything. And here is something most people don't tell you. A waiver by itself is not enough. A waiver is only useful if you already have a next visa lined up, like an H-1B, a green card pathway, or family-based immigration. Without that next step, you'll still have to go home when your J-1 expires. There are 5 types of J-1 waivers. Let me give you a quick overview before we go into each one. Number 1, the no objection statement, or no ways. This is when your home country's government says they have no objection to you staying in the US. Number 2, the Interested Government Agency Waiver, or IGA. This is when a U.S. government agency like your school district requests the waiver on your behalf. Number 3, the Exceptional Hardship Waiver. This is when returning home would cause exceptional hardship to your U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident spouse or child. Number 4, the Persecution Waiver. This is for teachers who would face persecution in their home country based on race, religion, or political opinion. Number 5, the Conrad 30. I'm including this for awareness only. This waiver is for physicians, not teachers. Let's go through each one. Waiver Type 1, the No Objection Statement, or NOS. This is generally considered the easiest waiver if you qualify for it. Here's how it works. Your home country's embassy sends an official letter directly to the U.S. Department of State saying they have no objection to you staying in the United States without completing the 2-year home requirement. You qualify if your exchange program was not funded by a government agency, so no DepEd, no CHIED, no government scholarships, and your home country must be willing to issue the NOS. Now, here is something very important specifically for Filipino teachers. As of 2021, the Philippines changed its policy. The Philippines no longer issues no objection statements for teachers who married a U.S. citizen or gave birth to a U.S. citizen child. This closed a major pathway for many Filipino J-1 teachers. Also, if any U.S. government funding was involved in your program, a NOS is generally not sufficient. If government funding was involved, you'll need to look at one of the other waiver types. Waiver Type 2, the Interested Government Agency Waiver, or IGA. This waiver is requested by a U.S. government agency, not by you directly. The agency tells the Department of State that your departure from the U.S. would be detrimental to their programs, or that your continued presence in the U.S. is vital to their work. For teachers, the agency that would typically request this is your school district, or in some cases, the U.S. Department of Education. This waiver works best for teachers who are working in high-need public schools where the district genuinely depends on them and is willing to advocate for them. What's required is significant. The head of the agency or their designee must sign the official letter requesting the waiver. This letter is submitted to the Department of State, which then forwards its recommendation to USCIS. This requires strong employer backing, coordination, and usually legal expertise to navigate properly. You cannot do this alone. You need your district on your side and an immigration attorney guiding the process. Waiver Type 3, the Exceptional Hardship Waiver. This waiver is for teachers who have a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident, spouse, or child. The argument is that if you return home for 2 years, it would cause exceptional hardship to that family member. And I want to emphasize it must be exceptional. Not just the normal difficulty of being separated, USCIS specifically looks for hardship that goes beyond what is normally expected from temporary relocation or separation. What counts as exceptional hardship, financial struggles, like if your spouse depends on your income, medical conditions, especially if treatment in your home country is unavailable or insufficient, educational disruption for your child, emotional hardship that rises above normal separation anxiety, country conditions like safety concerns or instability in your home country. You need to build a very strong documented case. This is not something you can do on your own. Strong documentation and experienced legal support are absolutely essential for this waiver. For Filipino teachers specifically, since the Philippines changed its NOES policy in 2021, the exceptional hardship waiver has become the primary available pathway for those who are married to a U.S. citizen or have a U.S. citizen child. Waiver Type 4, the Persecution Waiver. This waiver is for teachers who would face persecution in their home country if they returned, based specifically on race, religion, or political opinion. The persecutor can be the government itself or a group that the government is unwilling or unable to control. I want to be very clear about what this waiver is and is not. It is for genuine documented fear of persecution based on race, religion, or political opinion. The legal standard is high and the evidence requirements are serious. It is not for financial hardship, not for career difficulties, not because you prefer to stay in the US or because your home country has general problems. The bar for this waiver is very specific. If you genuinely believe you qualify for this waiver, please consult an experienced immigration attorney immediately. This is one of the most complex and documentation-heavy waivers available, and you need qualified legal help to pursue it properly. Waiver Type 5, Conrad 30. And I am including this specifically so you know it exists and so you do not waste time pursuing it. Conrad 30 is for physicians only. Foreign medical doctors who complete a J-1 exchange program can apply for this waiver by agreeing to work in a medically underserved area in the US for at least 3 years. Each state can only grant 30 of these waivers per year, hence the name Conrad 30. This does not apply to teachers. None of us qualify. If you are a teacher, your waiver options are the 4 we already covered. No objection statement, IGA, exceptional hardship, or persecution. I only included Conrad 30 here because it comes up in general J-1 waiver searches and I don't want you to be confused or misled by it. Now let me help you figure out which waiver applies to your situation. Ask yourself, was your program privately funded? If yes and your country allows it, try the no objection statement. Do you have a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident spouse or child? If yes, consider the exceptional hardship waiver. Especially if you are Filipino, this may now be your primary option. Does your school district genuinely want to keep you long-term and are they willing to advocate for you? If yes, explore the IGA waiver with their support. Would you face genuine persecution in your home country based on race, religion, or political opinion? If yes, look into the persecution waiver with proper legal help. Are you a physician working in an underserved area? Then Conrad 30. But if you're a teacher, that one is not for you. Remember, whatever waiver you pursue, always check your sponsor agreement first, and always consult a qualified immigration attorney. The stakes are too high to navigate this alone. Before you apply for any waiver, go through this checklist. Number 1, check your sponsor agreement. Many agreements specifically prohibit waiver applications during the program. If you violate this, you risk non-renewal, visa termination, or future ineligibility. Number 2, confirm your 212E status. Not all J-1 teachers are actually subject to 212E. If you're not subject to it, you may not need a waiver at all. Request an advisory opinion from the Department of State if you're unsure. Number 3, have your next visa planned. A waiver alone will not allow you to stay in the US. You must have an H-1B, NIW, or another status lined up. Without that next step, a waiver doesn't solve your situation. Number 4, know the real cost. Budget $4,000 to $10,000 or more for legal and filing fees. Go in with eyes open. Number 5, get legal help. This is not a process to navigate alone. An experienced immigration attorney who handles J-1 teacher cases is absolutely essential, and that is your complete guide to all 5 types of J-1 waivers. To recap, The no objection statement, easiest if you qualify and your country allows it. The IGA waiver when your school district advocates for you. The exceptional hardship waiver when your U.S. family would suffer. The persecution waiver for genuine documented fear. And Conrad 30, physicians only, not for teachers. Whatever waiver you pursue, check your sponsor agreement first, confirm your 212E status, have your next visa lined up, budget for legal costs, and get qualified legal help. I have free resources to help you take the next step. Download the J-1 Starter Guide and the J-1 Transition Guide. Both links are in the description. And for trusted legal help, visit PinoyTeacherStories.com. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.